So good morning, everyone. It's time to fry these croutons. So I have the 2 bags of croutons that I made with Italian bread. Sliced them, baked them to get them toasted. I have a dozen and a half eggs that I beat, which I'm going to put the croutons in. Not all of them at once, but some of them. I'm heating up a pot of oil, and I'll put them in the basket and fry them, and then take them out. I'll put them on this sheet with paper towels, lined with paper towels to soak up any grease, and then at the same time, when they're done on the paper towel, I have a plastic bag that's lined with a paper towel at the bottom and covered in a plastic bag that I'll dump them in as I continue to make them. So as this oil heats up, I will start the process. So I think it's ready. I think the oil's ready. I'm going to put my basket on here. I'm just going to take a handful right now of croutons and put them in the egg. The egg does have salt and pepper in it. And take my slotted spatula and mix it up in there. And then shake off the excess egg. Try not to get it dripping on my stove, which I just did. This is a lengthy process. Anything that's good takes a long time, takes a lot of work, and you just got to deal with it. Let me get a spoon or a fork. I just want to mix these around, and I'm just going to drop it in the oil and let it fry up until they get like golden brown. Sometimes they stick together just because of the egg. So I'll move it around, and it looks like I did not heat the oil long enough, so I'm going to put it on high to get it a little bit hotter. I thought I'd let it heat up long enough because I kept hearing it bubble, and woke up this morning and it snowed out. I don't know if you could see outside my kitchen window, but it did snow last night. Not a lot, just a nice coating to make it look nice. Probably won't stay. I think it's going to rain, so it will be washed away. And then don't forget, I'm going to do a separate video today of making those souplis, which is a type of arancini, but it's made with rice like an arancini, but just stuffed with mozzarella, fresh mozzarella, and then you bread it, you roll it. You dip it in egg after you form it into an oblong shape, and then you bread it, and then you fry it in oil. I'm not going to fry all of them today. I'm just going to fry a couple so I could show you, and then I'll cook them on Christmas Day as an appetizer. Really not as hot as I thought it would be. Maybe I need to expand the burner to give it a little more heat. I'm not a fan of electric stoves, although I'm getting sort of accustomed to it. But a gas stove, I know what's hot, what's not. With these electric stoves, now I can't tell what is high heat, medium heat, low heat. Even when you change the setting on the stove, still seems as hot as a high heat. They're starting to heat up now. It's gonna. They may not come out as dark as I would like them to be. Not dark to where they're brown, but golden brown. Just because of the fact that when I toasted them, and remember I burnt a whole tray. I didn't leave them in as long, so I didn't burn all the rest of them. So they were nice and toasty, but not dark as I normally would make them. Again, that's attributed to an electric stove. And I know I'm talking a lot because I don't like to talk, so I'm going to pause for a moment and wait till these brown up, and then I'll come back on and show you. Okay, so now we're cooking. These have browned, and I'm going to drain them. And then dump them on the paper towel. And this is what they look like. So once they dry off, this will go into that paper bag, dry off a little bit more. I'll actually salt them, pour some salt in the bag, shake it up, and then that's what we'll put in the soup when it's put in your bowl, not when you're cooking it. I'm going to do some more. And I'm going to jinx myself, but usually when I do this and do it on a gas stove, the oil starts to bubble up, and I got to constantly keep lowering it. I'm hoping that doesn't do that this time. I'm sure it will. I think maybe I'll lower it now, and then hear it because the egg is now cooking in that oil. That's why I use a fork to mix it around. And there's that. That's what I was talking about, where it's bubbling. So I got to kind of stir it around to keep that oil from foaming and coming over the pan. If anybody has any tricks on how to stop that, other than what I do is just keep constantly stirring my utensil in the oil to keep it from bubbling over. So I'm not looking up because I don't want to take my eye off of this for fear that it will bubble over and make a mess. Although, if it did, since this is a glass cooktop as opposed to a gas range, I think it would be easier to wipe up than it would going in all those crevices of a gas stove. So I'm going to stop talking now because, again, as I said, I don't like to talk, and it's not because I don't like to talk, it's that I don't like to make videos too long to where you're hearing a story, although some people like to hear stories, but I think it's easier if you see a quick video or a short video than me showing you every little second. So I am going to stop talking now. I'm going to stop this video, and when these are all done, then I'll come back and show you the finished product. So I just wanted to show you, because I'm at the tail end, I'm actually at the end of frying these croutons, just to show you what I mean by how it foams up. And, you know, I know that it foams up because you got to clean the oil, remove any things that are floating in there. But this is the part I hate the most. And I'm not going to change the oil because I'm at the tail end. So I have to deal with this foaming up here. And the way I get around it is I just keep moving the items in the basket around, taking the basket up and down. And then eventually it'll calm down. And then I will be able to let them fry till they're golden brown. Now, you can't take your eyes off of it because as soon as I do that, you see how quickly it foams up? If I do that, I've got a mess. Now, for the eggs that I used, I used half a dozen and a half of eggs. I probably would have needed more had I not burned that one batch, because this was 2 loaves of Italian bread that was pre-sliced. So fortunately, I didn't have to use any more eggs than the 18 that I used to do this. And that's it. These will be done in a few minutes. It took me about 2 hours to do, just because I have to clean the basket out in between, since some of the egg, burns on the basket. But all in all, it was quick for me. Normally I do this at night, and it's about the same length of time, about 2 hours from start to finish. But it's worth it. It is worth it. Good food is worth it. And even though this is bread, when you put it in your soup, it is so, so good. So I'll be back as soon as I'm done. Escarole soup is all done. As you know, yesterday I did the actual scuttle. This is in the freezer. The meatballs, 2 bags of meatballs, they're in the freezer. And today, because I couldn't finish yesterday, these are the croutons. So they're going to stay in this bag. But basically, these are what it looks like. And let me tell you, you could just pop these in your mouth just like you do a meatball, and eat these just like a snack. But they are delicious when you put them in your soup. As you put the soup in a bowl, then you put your cheese in, and then you put some of these croutons in the bowl and eat that. So I hope you enjoyed this. There's a lot of work, but it is well worth the work. Hope you all have a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, Buon Natale, and in whatever language you speak and whatever holiday you celebrate.